Lingportal Online School presents
12 Money Phrasal Verbs. Real English you can use. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Lingportal. Today we're going to talk about something very real, money. Not business, not banking, just everyday English. Let's look at how we talk about saving, spending, and managing money. And to sound natural, we often use phrasal verbs. Let's learn them together, slowly, clearly, and with real-life examples. 1. Save up for something. Let's start with something positive. Saving money. When you save up, you keep money over time for something special. You don't spend it now, you keep it for later. Here are some examples. I'm saving up for a trip to Italy. She's saving up for a new laptop. Can you guess? If you put money aside each month for something you want, are you spending or saving? Right, you're saving. You're saving up. Repeat after me. I'm saving up for a new laptop. I'm saving up for my summer trip. 2. Cut back on something. Now, what if you spend too much? Then you need to cut back, to spend less. We usually say, cut back on something. Let's look at some examples. We're cutting back on eating out this month. He's trying to cut back on coffee. Quick question. If you cut back on coffee, do you drink more or less? Exactly, less. You're reducing how much you have. Say it with me. We're cutting back on eating out. She's cutting back on sugar. 3. Pay back. If you borrow money from someone, one day you must return it. That's pay back, to give the money back. For example, I'll pay you back next week. She finally paid me back yesterday. Let's test it. Your friend lent you £10. What will you do next week? Yes, I'll pay you back. Echo what you hear. I'll pay you back on Friday. Can I pay you back on the 10th? 4. Chip in. Sometimes people collect money together for a present or a pizza. Everyone gives a little. That's chip in, to contribute some money. Some simple examples are, we all chipped in to buy flowers for our teacher. Everyone chipped in for the party. Imagine this. Your office wants to buy a birthday gift for your boss. You give £5. What do you do? Right, you chip in. Your turn now. Repeat. Let's chip in for pizza. We all chipped in for a gift. 5. Splash out on something. Sometimes you spend a lot just because you want to. It's not something you need. That's splash out, to spend freely, often for fun. For example, we splashed out on a weekend in Paris. She splashed out on a new coat. So tell me, if you buy something expensive that you don't really need, are you saving or splashing out? Exactly, splashing out. Repeat. I splashed out on a fancy dinner. She splashed out on designer shoes. 6. Fork out for something. Now what about the money you have to spend, even if you don't want to? That's fork out. It means to pay, often unwillingly. For example, I had to fork out £200 for car repairs. He forked out for a new phone after breaking the old one. Let's see if you got it. If your washing machine breaks, do you splash out or fork out? Yes, you fork out because you don't have a choice. Your turn now. Repeat. I don't want to fork out for another subscription. He hates forking out for things like parking. 7. Rip off. Now, this one's negative. If someone charges you too much, unfairly, they rip you off. Let's look at some examples. This shop ripped me off. £10 for coffee, that's a rip-off. So, if a restaurant gives you bad food for a high price, what can you say? Exactly, they ripped me off. Repeat, that place totally ripped me off. Don't buy it there, they'll rip you off. 8. Get by. Sometimes we don't have much, but we survive. We pay our bills, buy food, and somehow manage. That's get by, to live with what you have. Some simple examples are, things are hard, but we get by. They manage to get by on one salary. Question for you. If someone says, we're getting by, do they have a lot of money or just enough? Right, just enough. Listen carefully and repeat after me. She gets by without a car. I can get by in French. 9. Run out of money. When your wallet is empty and there's nothing left, you've run out of money. It means you have 0 left. Some simple examples are, I can't go out tonight. I've run out of money. We ran out of money before the end of the trip. So, if you have no money left in your account, what happened? Right, you've run out of money. Listen carefully and repeat after me. I've run out of money again. I'm running out of time. 10. Take out. When you go to the bank or the ATM and withdraw cash, you take out money. Some simple examples are, I need to take out some cash before dinner. She took out £50 at the ATM. Quick check. If you go to the machine and get cash, are you putting money in or taking it out? Exactly, taking it out. Repeat. I'm taking out some cash from the ATM. He took out all his savings. 11. Pay off. When you finally finish paying a loan or a credit card, you pay it off.
For example,
He finally paid off his car loan. We're trying to pay off our debts. Question. If you pay off your loan, do you still owe money or not? Exactly. No, it's finished. Listen carefully and repeat after me. I've just paid off my credit card. We're trying to pay off our mortgage. 12. Cut down on expenses. And one more useful one. Cut down on. It's like cut back, but stronger and more personal. When you want to reduce something big, electricity, shopping, or travel, you cut down on it. Let's look at some examples. We need to cut down on unnecessary spending. They cut down on travel to save money. Now your turn. If you stop buying clothes every week, what are you doing? You're cutting down on shopping. Repeat. I'm cutting down on online shopping. We need to cut down on our expenses at home. Well done. That was 12 phrasal verbs about money. Now you can talk about saving, spending, or surviving, just like real speakers do. Let's quickly review. If you're keeping money, save up. If you're spending less, cut back or cut down. If you're spending for fun, splash out. If you're forced to pay, fork out. If someone overcharges you, rip you off. If you barely survive, get by. You see, every phrasal verb is a small story about real life. Use them, repeat them, notice them, and let them become part of your everyday English. This is Lingportal, where English grows quietly, naturally, and with meaning.